This is going to be a quick reminder video because a lot of things are disappearing after the Japanese maintenance kicks in. So make sure you do what you need to do in game. The one thing I'm going to point out would be this limited AC recycle shop. If you haven't emptied it out or got the specific things you need, then you would want to try to get them. For example, this is a very handy S8 ability. Now you might not want to use it, but you could try to sell it later when 13-star units become sellable on the market. So you might try to get this. It ultimately falls down on your budget, what you have, if you can get it. If you have like a bunch of AC items that you can trade in. But yeah, this is a good whopping 40 cost, so you can look at all these other ones. I decided to empty out these ones. I still need to get a couple of these S-class abilities. I need to get that S1 maybe. But yeah, it's up to you to figure out what you want to get. I already gave my opinions in the prior video when I talked about this, or when I first saw this. You can look in the description or upper right hand corner for that. But yeah, make sure you get what you need to get from there. When it comes to the events, like the free stuff that they are giving away, it's from the limited time mission. This is going to expire when maintenance kicks in, so you want to make sure that you get these one-time items, at the very least. This character did not complete most of them. I have another character that went through all of them, and you could have also farmed up on the different currencies, like the cobalt medals, for example, on different characters, so you can get a bunch of them. But with the campaign event that's going on as well, it kind of makes it easier to get these different medals. But the big thing is, make sure you do most of these if possible. Like, if you can't do all of them, then do as many as you can so you can get the free stuff, because guess what? That's free stuff. And if you don't really need to get a celestial weapon or... Well, excuse me. Wait, is it called celestial? It should be light stream. If you don't want to get a light stream weapon, or let's say a liberate weapon, you could use the mats for further upgrades on something else, or maybe you can put it towards, like, let's say you getting an iron weapon, which then can lead into a light weaver, which is hinted at being the end game weapon. But that might change later, I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, you would definitely want to get the free stuff, because one, it's free stuff, and two, you can put them towards something else. I will talk about Affix week in a bit, but the one thing I'm going to have to point out would be the campaign event going on as well, or the campaign quest, which has a bunch of boosters that are towards ultra hard free field exploration. This is going to drop a bunch of medals and a chance to also get grind cap +1s. After the event is gone, I don't know if it's still going to be a thing. I don't think the medals actually drop after this event. I don't know about the grind cap +1 though. However, once again, this has a passive boost going on. You might as well take advantage of this if possible, or try to farm a bit in this quest depending on what you need. Like, if you don't need medals, then that's good on you, but you can technically sell those grind cap +1s and try to get a profit off of them, because they do have value in terms of... Oh, wrong one. They do have value because of the fact that if you got an iron weapon, for example, it's not at a grind cap +35. So use 5 of these, guess what? It can get to +35. But if you do your calculations, 7 times 5 is 35 mil. So you could easily get a 35 mil just by selling these things alone. And like, let's say you have a weapon that isn't at a grind rarity of 35, like, you can easily use one of those as well. So you can use it to your advantage, or you can use it in terms of gaining a profit. The last thing I'll talk about is Affix week. If you haven't affixed your stuff yet, you might want to do it before Affix week disappears. If you want to try to do like hardcore percentage affixes, or like something that is very risky without an Affix week, do what you need to do now. And if you still need to grind as well, you might as well do it because of that passive boost going on. But yeah, that's it when it comes to like a reminder. Just make sure you do all those things. Make sure you check the limited recycle shop, get what you want from there. Make sure you do your final fixes and grinding. Make sure you farm as much from that ultra hard free field exploration. And then lastly, make sure you do these limited ARKS missions, especially for all the free goodies that can help you get a light stream weapon, which is a 15-star, liberate 15-star weapon, and or maybe the 13-star unit set for a liberate. And if you don't want it, or if you don't really need dupes of those, you might as well just go out of your way to get the free stuff anyways, just because you can put that towards something else. But yeah, that concludes this video. Now I'm gonna go into a segment telling you guys what I've done for this week. I know that I said I was gonna make a video talk about this, but I didn't have the chance to do it because I was doing a bunch of fixing on my end and me trying to do a bunch of returner farming and doing footage for that. That went down the fucking drain because I hated it. I started to curse like a motherfucker. Then I also got off topic in my recording because I was going insane. I do not like time attacks. Like, I'll do it if I have a group and if I motivate myself to do it, but I don't know. It's just a pain in the butt. If you don't know much about the returner ability or veteran resolve, you can look in the upper right hand corner on the description. But yeah, like, I decided to go and do some final fixes for the Light Weaver and then one of my unit pieces. For the Light Weaver, I decided to go with something like this. Now, people were telling me that the Antithesis doesn't really boost in terms of the S-class abilities. Oh, that's gonna piss me off. I thought this S4 was down here, so it's gonna be like S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, but no, it's actually stuck up there. This is gonna piss me off. The easy way to remedy this is to do an S-class ability transfer in a sense, but not really exchange it, just like, you know, rearrange it. I might do that in a bit, depending on how much Meseta I have. But yeah, I decided to go with this affix. Yeah, I made Guardian Soul Absolute Glare at the factor. I decided to just emphasize on all these other stats because of the unit pieces that I'm wearing, because guess what? They also have Guardian Soul as well, along with a bunch of other multipliers. So, I'm trying to stack on all these things. I might need to swap the S-class abilities later. It's not going to hurt me because, you know, if you know how to manipulate these and you have spare weapons that can hold on to them, then you're fine. Like, you're not going to get rid of them unless you purposely manipulate this stuff wrong. And if you want to see that video talk about how to actually manipulate S-class abilities, upper right hand corner or in the description. So yeah, I fixed this. It has 140 in terms of most of the all stats, 110 in HP plus 16 in PP. I do plan to fix this. I do have 2 of these Jennings bow. I just need to figure out what I want to do with this. It looks fine in a sense. It does have a poison. Well, the problem with... I mean, it can still grant the chance to do poison. It's just that to boost it even further, you will want the right element. And it's dark when it comes to giving a poison element. So I might actually toy around with that. There are SAS for poison 5. So I might look into that as well. Oh, what else? Oh yeah, the 1 unit piece. So I actually fixed with Monica. She did okay. I will upload that video in due time. But yeah, like I made Guardian Soul at the Factor Mana Rev Crack 5 and Absolute Glare with this unit piece. This rear piece. I already showed you guys how I went about fixing that. That was like day 1. This one actually costs roughly around 130 mil to actually make this entire thing, which is cheaper than what I did with this damn thing. And the reason why it's cheaper is because I actually planned this out compared to this where I kind of fucked up and I had to do a lot of other manipulations. So yeah, this thing wasn't as bad in terms of making it, and I could have made a profit, especially if I wanted to sell that fodder piece at a 4-slot with the Guardian Soul Absolute Glare at the Factor and Crack 5. But I don't think I would have made like a huge profit off of it. Maybe, I don't know. I'll need to start the market in a bit. So yeah, I made this piece. I upslotted it from like a 5-slot to a 6-slot. I decided to use a pop item to get the mana rev. So yeah, the 1 unit piece I still need to make would be the arm. I am debating about using this piece or keeping it. Just because if I reset and try to get the certain formula that I want, it'll be easier for me to manipulate most of those abilities. If I use something like this, and then it's kind of a question mark or like a debate on my end, because that means like, do I want to do it at a low slot or try to push it at a high slot? I don't know. I mean, I might be overthinking it too, but yeah, the thing is I need returner, and I know for a fact that returner is gonna eat up my fucking Meseta, or it will break my sanity just because, you know, farming for returner is a pain in the butt. Anyways, I want to stay at the price for Guardian, so let's say Guardian Soul with yeah, this isn't as bad though if you just have it like this, because if someone decides to get a 4-slot Soul Receptor and Factor Receptor, they could try to gamble and try to also do certain other things as well. But if I were to have something that has Absolute as well, that would jump the price. Like, it's doubled because of the Absolute Glare. And then the question is, what happens if you see a Returner on there as well? The one with Returner 5 is going to be expensive. Yep, called it. Because it's a Returner, it's not cheap. So yeah, something like this. Yeah, something like that is good. It's just that you can see the price is fucking 1 billion. But if you got that, then you're fine and dandy. Or if you're willing to pay that cost, that's on you. Anyways, that's it for this video. Yeah, it's 11 minutes long. But the main point of it was to give you guys a reminder, then give you guys what I've done on my end. If you want to share your stories, you can in the description. In the comments. Go ahead and say what you did. Some of you guys already send me a screenshot of the fact that you guys made Guardian Soul. One of you guys actually went for the ideal Affix formula that I was trying to go for, which had most of the endgame abilities with a Returner 5 in there. Like, I can easily work with what I have, but the problem is the 2 pieces that I made does not have Returner 5. But all in all, it's like this is my money. I want to make sure that I do it right and I have no regrets. And me spending so much on Returner, I don't know. Like, I'll do it for 1 unit piece, but it does stack if you try to do it for all 3 of them, especially with the prices that you see. And once again, I could go out of my way to try to farm it, but Returner isn't that easy to farm. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.